Good afternoon. So forgive me for the shaky camera, but I didn't have time to set up my tripod this morning, but I wanted to do a sketchbook tour dun-dun-dun-dun, of Inktober. So I love sketchbook tours. I hate it when they talk too much, so I'm going to try not to talk too much doing this, but alright, let's get into it. Shabam. So the first two I did was in a different sketchbook, so that's why these two are loose. This is from Inferno. Most of these are done with marker and also paint. And I used Posca markers and Tombow markers for all of these. Argento did Inferno, and his films are gorgeous, and they always have like this red light and this blue light, and I wanted to really capture that, so there's that one. And then this is from Bloody New Year. Mostly marker with this. A little touch up with the paint. And then everyone loves Scream Queens. So wanted to do one of those. Real Halloween-y vibe. It came out pretty good. This image was actually in black and white, and I wanted to add color to it. So it came out pretty good. And then the black cat with added image inside. Came out pretty good. The first kill scene from House by the Cemetery. Poor girl gets a knife through the back of the head, comes out her mouth. That's mostly marker. And then I started experimenting with the markers with this paper. And you guys, the thing about this is this paper, normally with the markers you can wet the mark down, and if you have the right kind of paper, it's controllable, but this really bled, and so kind of gives it like a dreamy look, but I was just experimenting to see what it would do with this paper. So the Grim Reaper, this was fun. This it looks like it would be hard, but this was actually a lot of fun to do. This is the pool scene from Poltergeist, and I'm really happy with the way that came out. Again, marker and paint. This, speaking of difficulty, okay, so you would think that a cute bat would be easy to do. This was the hardest one out of all of Inktober. Like, no lie. Like, I had to do this over and over and over again to get it to come out right, but I'm really happy with the way it ended up coming out. This one is Puppet Master. I'd already had the background, and I did it on top of it. I'd already kind of like did like some red and black and gray. So I thought it would be a cool background, but I'm not too happy with it. I wish I would have done something different for the background, but still came out pretty good. The woman from inside the basement at Evil Dead. Trying to get the blood to look wet and everything. This one was a fun one to do. Really happy with her hair. Happy with the way this one came out as well. And then this is all marker, and it's the tall man from Phantasm. Really happy with this. I really love this like background of an image in a color scheme and then a different color scheme on top. I thought that was really cool. I'm really pleased with the way the hand came out. I was really worried about that because we all know hands are the hardest thing to do. Everyone's favorite Grandpa Munster. Really happy with this too. Another simple color scheme. This was another image that was black and white, and I wanted to add a color to it. So I highly suggest playing with stuff like this where it's like a duotone or a tritone. It's a lot of fun. And then Church from Pet Sematary. This one came out really cool too. I love how the background looks so separate from it. It gives it this kind of otherworldly look, which is really cool. And then Beetlejuice. Everyone loved this one, and I am not happy with the way it came out. Go figure. But I really love the colors though, and I think it really shows Beetlejuice's personality in this. So thanks y'all for the love and showing that you like it. Pumpkinhead. This one was awesome. I love the colors in this with that blue and that yellow and the black. His head was really difficult. I kept making it too small, so I had to make it bigger and bigger. And I still think I could have gone bigger, but I'm really pleased with it. Trick or treat! The sack face boy. Yes, love how this one came out. I was really worried about doing the cloth detail on the sack, but it came out really good. All of this is marker except for there's a little bit of paint here, and then in the background. The cross-hatching works really good for the cloth detail, and then I added it in the background to kind of tie everything together. But yeah, that one came out really good too. Really cute. And then, ooh, the woman from VHS Viral. I love this image. I know it's a little disturbing, but I think it's like such a woman's empowerment image. Like when I first decided I was going to do Inktober, this was the image that came into my head. And I'm so glad I got to do it. I feel like I need to touch up some of the background and maybe like in areas like this. But I just love this image and kind of like the deeper meaning behind it. Her face was difficult because in the reference photo, like her eyes and her mouth are glowing. There's like a light coming through it, but it made her face look really plastic. So I didn't want her face to look plastic. I wanted it to look kind of realistic, but that was hard. So I might do some touch-ups on this, but I'm still really happy with it. And then Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I love the background. Keeping the background simple and just having him pop like that came out really cool. I was really happy about that. And the colors are fun. Jack the Ripper. This one's really cool. I love this like wet newspaper look that happened. So I started incorporating the bleed of the markers into this. And I love that it looks like it's raining. His hand came out great. The pinstripe suit came out great, and I love the expression on his face, so I'm really happy with this one. Came out really cool. Freddy. This one was difficult to do too. Not as difficult as the bat though, but his face was really hard. You would think, oh, it's just some marks and stuff like that. No, like his face was hard, but it came out really good, and I love that the burn marks came out good on his hand, and I love how neon the red came out. And that was like putting red over and over again on top of the black. And I love the marker effect on his shirt. Came out really good. Really happy with that. Terrifier. This is on Netflix. If you're a gore fan, I highly suggest it. I love the black and white with just a little bit of color. His teeth are really nasty in the movie. And I just really love like just that little bit of color on the black and white. Really good, really good. This movie, by the way, it reminds you of Screenplay, if you've seen Screenplay. Ghoulies! This is when I finally got my Posca markers in, and look at how great those markers work on top of paint and ink. Like, those markers go on top of anything, y'all. I mean, it even came out neon. I love it, love it, love it. And I mean, everybody loves the ghoulie coming out of the toilet. So fun. And then I love how Jason came out. But I love Jason anyway, so, you know, I'm a little biased. But I love the colors of that blue and that black. His jacket came out great. Just really happy with this one. This is another one of the pieces that sold. And then Barbara. Struggled with the text. And then I tried to fix it, balance it by adding like little dots or stars, but it just ends up looking Christmassy to me. I don't know, but I'm still really happy with the way this came out. I also learned that marker sometimes with paint will give this blue tint effect, which is cool. Learning that. But yeah, I'm happy with the way this came out, but I might go in and try to do something down here. Wanted to keep this one black and white. And then, ooh, my favorite gore scene of all time from City of the Living Dead. She looks at the priest, her eyes start bleeding, and then she throws up her intestines. It's really cool gore effects. Whoever did the gore effects for this movie is a genius. So yeah, that was fun to do. Again, trying to get the blood to look wet. Came out pretty cool though. And this, I think I really accomplished the blood effect, especially right here. This is a kill scene in Demon Wind, which is another like B movie. I really started enjoying like the realistic with this like posterized kind of marks on top of it. I really thought that was fun. That was cool to play with. So really happy with the way that came out. I got a commission to do another Beetlejuice, so I had to do another one. This one was for Trip. He wanted him in the pinstripe suit. I am happy with the way this one came out. And I really love this like neon kind of color going on. And here's Johnny. This one was fun. I learned a lot with beards and trying to get that aftershave look. That was a lot of fun to do, especially while watching the movie, and then the scene happening while I was doing this was cool. Leatherface. This was a really cool poster I had found, and it had the girl below, but I took her out and I put black there. I really like this color scheme, and I love this shadow going on back here. At first it was all red, and I was like, oh, that don't look good. So I added in the black, and I'm really happy with it now. But it came out really cool. And then Bella, another one I had to keep black and white. I saw the image, and I was like, oh, that's the one I'm going to do. And I was like, yeah, Shane, okay, pick the hardest image of Bella to do. But happy with the way it came out. The hand was difficult, of course, because hands are difficult. But it came out pretty good. So, and then the last one, Michael Myers himself. This one sold. I'm really happy with this. I'm really glad that this was the last one. Came out great. Really, really happy with the color scheme on this too. Everything's so balanced, and it just came out so good. I was worried that the face wouldn't look like Michael Myers, but it totally does. So, thank you guys for the love. That's it. That is it. Oh. Well, it is it, except for I've got like more commissions to do. But that is my sketchbook tour. Thank you for watching. Love you, creatives.